Hi children, welcome to today's session. I am your English teacher Mrs. Snehal Godambe from MCGM Virtual Training Center, Dasturwadi, Dadar. In today's session, we will learn about the auxiliary verbs. We will see the definition of the auxiliary verbs and how it works in a sentence. So children, before moving to auxiliary verb, we will just revise what is verb, which we have learnt in our earlier standards. So, what is a verb? A simple definition, very simple definition. A verb is an action word. As you all know that whatever action we do and that action word which define those actions are known as verbs. So, in simple word, a verb is an action word. One more, if you can do it, then it's a verb. Isn't it? Doing it, showing it, doing some actions, so it's a verb in that sentence. So here you have got it clear with what is a verb, and then we will move to our next step. So there is a sentence, a very simple sentence with picture in front of you. We will read that sentence. We should help our parents. Very simple sentence. We know this is the fact that we should help our parents. Now you can see there are two colored boxes, one with blue and another one is with cream. Now let's see why those boxes are painted in different colors. Okay, so first of all we will see about the help. So help is here main verb. It is the main verb in this sentence. We help our parents. If you read in this way, we help our parents. And if you read with we should, then you can see the meaning of this sentence changes. Okay. So, should is here helping verb. What is this? It is a helping verb. So, it helps to give more meaning to that main verb. How's that? We will see in next slide. So, it is helping verbs help the main verbs in doing their job or in doing their action, in showing their action. So, that is known as the helping verbs. Okay. So, we have seen that what is an helping verb, and so helping verbs help the main verbs in doing their job. So, we have seen helping verb and main verb. So there is a definition of the auxiliary verbs. Verbs that helps to form tenses, moods and voices are called auxiliary or helping verbs. So this is one definition of the auxiliary verb or the helping verb. Verb that helps to form tenses, mood and voices. So you know we write sentence in different tense. We have learned past, present and future and its categories. Okay. Then whether it defines in which mood that sentence is and in which voice that sentence is. So these verbs which help us to form the tenses, moods and voices are called auxiliary or helping verbs. So here is very simple definition of an auxiliary verb. An auxiliary verb is a verb that changes or helps another verb. We will read it once again. An auxiliary verb is a verb that changes or helps. See, these words are very important. It may change or it may help to another verb present in that sentence. So let's see some of the auxiliary verbs. So there is a list. Be, form of be. Am, are, is, was, were, being. Can, could, do. Did, does, doing. Have, had, has, having. Some more. May, might, must. Shall, should, will, would. So that was a list of the auxiliary verbs. Now we will see in detail. Now we will see how auxiliary verb work in any sentence. So auxiliary verb help the main verb to describe action. In beginning we have seen that example. We should help our parents. Okay. So should was an helping verb or auxiliary verb. So auxiliary verb help the main verb to describe action. That action happened in the past or happening in the present or will happen in the future. Two things we have learned about the auxiliary verb here. An auxiliary verb helps the main verb to describe the action. Secondly, it shows us whether that action has happened in the past or it is happening now in the present or will happen in the future. So it defines, it decides the tense of the sentence. Then next, there are two types of auxiliary verbs. We have seen what is an auxiliary verb mean. We have seen auxiliary verb means helping verb. Okay, so there are two types of auxiliary verbs. First one is primary auxiliary verbs and second one is modal auxiliary verbs. So in today's session we are going to learn about the primary auxiliary verbs in detail. So primary auxiliaries, what are they? We will see the definition. The three most common auxiliary verbs which can stand alone. This word is very important. The three most common auxiliary verbs which can stand alone in a sentence are forms of be, do and have. In previous list we have read those auxiliary verbs, but now we will see them one by one. Forms of be, forms of do and forms of have. And so they are called the primary auxiliaries. Okay. So the three most common auxiliary verbs which can stand alone in a sentence are forms of be, do and have, and they are called primary auxiliaries. Primary, basic. So here standing alone is very important thing. Means they can give the meaning on their own to that sentence. So we will see some more features of auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary or helping verbs are used together with a main verb to show the verb's tense or to form a negative or question. It is not always necessary that we will just form a statement or a simple sentence, but at the same time it can be used to show the verb's tenses and to form a negative sentence as well as to form a question too. How's that? We will see with some examples. And the most common auxiliary verbs are have, be and do. As we have seen earlier, forms of be, forms of do and forms of have. So first we will start with forms of be. We have already learned these forms of be. Now we will put them in a sentence and we will learn how the auxiliary verb comes in the sentence and stands alone and it give the meaning to that sentence. So am. I am an Indian. It does not need any other main verb. It can be a meaningful sentence. You can form a meaningful sentence with the am with this auxiliary verb. It is a form of be. Then the next form of be is is. These are very commonly used forms. He is a great all-rounder player. He is a great all-rounder player. Next is are. You are never too old to learn. You are never too old to learn. See, look at the sentence. Read them again and try to understand how the forms of be is used in the sentence. Next, from past tense, was. He was captain of our team. He was captain of our team. So you can see here in all these sentences, auxiliary verb have stood on their own and they have meant the sentence. They have given the meaning to the sentence. They have created the meaningful sentences here. Then some more forms of be. Were in past tense, plural. Those days were simply great. Those days were simply great. Will, form of be in future tense. He will not be there. He will not be there. And one more, shall. I shall do it. I shall do it. So these were forms of be we have used in sentences. So now we will see forms of do, primary, auxiliaries, forms of do. What do you mean by that? So as I said earlier, we can make negative sentences and as well as we can form questions with these auxiliaries. What do you mean by that? Does. She does her work well. She does her work well. Did. Did you have a nice holiday? So some questions, some statements we have framed with the forms of do and auxiliary verb. You can see we have framed sentences in all the tenses. So as we have seen earlier, it states the tense of that sentence or tense of that verb. Then the next part, forms of have. I have an idea. See, I have framed very simple and easy sentences so that you can understand easily. I have an idea. Has. She has 3 pencils. Had. He had a tennis ball. So here we have tried to frame the sentences in all the forms of be, do and have. Right? So these are the auxiliary verbs, or we call them primary auxiliaries as they can stand alone in a sentence. Okay? And they can frame meaningful sentences. So what we learnt in today's session, auxiliary verbs are used in sentence according to the rules of English tenses in order to give information about the time of the main verb. Just now we have seen that time. We have seen example of is, was, am, have, had and will. So we have seen sentences in all the tenses, present, past and future. And the main verb expresses the nature of the action, but the auxiliary verb helps the main verb in expressing the time of the action. So that's what we have learned in today's session. We have revised main verb, then we have seen what is the meaning of the auxiliary verbs, then we have seen its 2 types, primary and modal. And in today's session, we have seen the definition of the auxiliary verb, so why it is called helping verb. Then we have seen different forms, forms of be, forms of do and forms of have, and we have seen them with framing some sentences. So that's all for today. In next session, we will learn about modal auxiliaries. That's all for today. Thank you so much. See you in next session. Till then, bye-bye.